Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for clicking on the Sleazy podcast and joining here. I'm Sleazy, and today I'm joined by ROBZILLA, or Robert, whatever you want to call him. But Kyle had to take the week off. He said he was busy, so he's on the attendance policy. My stepmom is actually down here watching us today. She wanted to see how everything was done, and she's cracking up.
She's enjoying it.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so here's what we got for you. We're going to start off with some crazy stories that I read. And you might have seen these in your Facebook feed. But the first story I want to share is about, try not to laugh when we tell you this. This man in Ohio was caught seducing what he thought was a 15-year-old boy with chicken Alfredo and Sprite. What do you think about that, Rob?
With lube, by the way.
Yeah, Andy had lube when he was coming in.
You think you hear everything, and then you hear this, and you're kind of like, nope, we still got some crazy stuff going on there.
Yeah, it's, you think, this is stuff, you would make fun of or anything, but it's not, it's real news, and it's out there, and you see it, and you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with that dude?
Yeah, you just think, it's, like you said, it's not funny to, make fun of, but it's serious.
But
it's like, what the hell is going on?
This dude is a mastermind, though. If you wanted to pick up a 15-year-old boy, with chicken Alfredo and Sprite, be the deal maker there to steal this deal.
Right.
But he was actually busted by an undercover cop. So they had, the whole the whole transcript of, what he was trying to accomplish. And,
right.
Obviously the things that he said he was going to do. So he thought he was getting a partner that was was going to reciprocate what he wanted. But apparently he was fooled by the cops. Can you just imagine that cop? If you're the cop, how do you not fucking laugh? And he pulls up and he offers you the chicken Alfredo and the Sprite.
It's kind of what do you do at that point?
No, you can't do anything. I mean, if I'm the cop, I'm like, holy shit, he fucking showed up. Now I have to fucking arrest this guy. I'm gonna have to tell this story at every barbecue and holiday event for the next 3 to 4 years before everybody gets fucking sick and tired of hearing about it.
That's gonna be a good 5 years of storytelling.
But I was telling you, I was like, man, if that dude pulled up to me and he had some Olive Garden chicken Alfredo, my fat ass would have got in the car and ate it.
See, I've been opposite now. If you had the salad and breadsticks, I'm like, hell yeah.
like child molesters, when they go up to Rob, they pull up, because Rob doesn't eat bad or anything. They pull up with a fresh bowl of Olive Garden salad, and they're like, more cheese, Rob?
I'm like, yes, sir. You want to come with us? I'm like, no problem.
Yeah.
Slide over.
That's hilarious, though. But he only got, I think he spent a little bit of time in jail, not very long.
Yeah, he said 120 days.
He's got 120 days of home arrest, house arrest.
Right.
And then I think he's on probation. He has to register as a tier 1 sex offender.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all they do to these people. They can't really do too much to them.
But that's crazy that after all that, that's the only thing he gets.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's just that's crazy.
And he's pretty creepy looking.
If you have to Google this guy.
If you get a chance, Google, here's what I did. I tested it, Google out, just to see what would pop up. And I typed in chicken Alfredo arrest.
Right, and it popped right
up. And
it
popped right up with his mugshot and everything. So, if you want to look and see what the story's about, and you want to see how creepy this fucking guy looks, just do that.
I feel like he was molesting me with his eyes.
But
the picture, it was just so creepy.
Yeah. What, I just don't get, now he has to live with the shame, you're the guy that tried to fuck a 15-year-old boy with chicken Alfredo and Sprite.
Right. That's how you're going to be remembered.
If I saw that guy around, I'd be like, hey, Alfredo, what's up? I would shame him to no limit.
You got any Sprite on you? I'm dying of thirst.
But then he would probably kill himself, which I don't think a lot of people would be opposed to.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't care at that point.
I know that's mean, but...
child molesters are...
a lot of people wish the child molesters would get killed anyways.
Yeah, they're low of the low, so people don't really care about child molesters.
So, in the second story, we're going to talk about... we're just going to go quick with these.
Yeah.
So, I figure I don't want to get, a too heavy, deep podcast here.
Yeah, just fun.
The second story was about this couple that served the woman's ex-lover at a barbecue to all their friends.
So they killed him.
They killed him. They killed this guy, chopped him up, and they grilled him. They fucking grilled him at their barbecue.
They fucking grilled him.
And they served him to all their fucking friends.
Turn that motherfucker into a hot link.
Yeah. Yeah, and this one lady said that was there. She said, I thought I had a hamburger that tasted really funny and I threw it away.
Right.
Like, you fucking ate a dead guy.
You ate a dead guy's foot, probably. Right?
Yeah. And, like, here's the deal. So, fast forward 2 years later after they feed this guy.
This is 2016, correct? 2 years later?
Yeah. So, fast forward 2 years later. She actually kills the husband with a lethal dose of heroin. She kills this guy. Lethal dose of heroin. And she gets caught, obviously, because she fucking killed her husband. And the cops are like, well, why did you kill him? And she's like, because he took the best thing in my life away, my lover. But it's like, you fucking chopped that dude up and served him to all these people with him. That is the biggest bullshit I think I've ever heard. Like, if that isn't a dose of crazy, what the fuck is?
That's, like, grade A crazy right there.
Yeah. How do you even make it 2 years if that's really the best thing that ever happened in your life? Like, if the love of your life gets chopped up by your husband and served to be... You helped serve him because obviously he had some kind of power over you. But
you turned the best thing in your life to a fucking hot link.
Yeah.
I mean, like, really?
Like, you served him up with fucking probably some cheddar cheese and some lettuce and tomato.
Stop it, I want a cheeseburger now.
And, like, you did this and somehow it weighs on you for 2 years. Like, I think she just wanted away from this dude. She never liked the husband.
Right.
And the husband probably found out about it and she didn't want,
Didn't really want to do it.
Yeah, she got caught and she was like, well, let's fucking kill him. I'll show you how much I love you.
Right. I've
watched enough crime movies to know the motive behind this.
Yeah.
Or crime shows, whatever you want to call it.
We watched enough in our lifetime.
But, so, we'll move on to another story, which this was actually picked. We did like a little pre-show, Facebook Live, and we asked everybody, like, hey, you can pick a segment and we'll talk about it. And Laura mentioned she wanted to hear us talk about the kid that got the cops called on him for mowing the lawn, his neighbor's lawn. He mowed his neighbor's lawn, right? It's a little African-American kid.
12 years old.
12 years old. He's just trying to earn money for the summer to buy shit that he wants. And he mows the neighbor's lawn, but he actually mows over a little too far. So the neighbor calls the cops on him.
Calls the cops on a 12-year-old.
What the fuck? I mean, like, this is a young kid. Like, just go out and while he's mowing and say, hey, man, you mowed on my side. I don't want it mowed by you. I like mowing my own grass the way I want it mowed. And just chalk it up to an error. And don't fucking yell at the kid.
Right.
But instead, this person sits in their fucking home and calls the cops. And I posted this on Facebook earlier. And somebody goes, well, how much you want to bet it's an old white person that did it?
Oh, it's hands down, that's what it is. Hands down.
It obviously has to be.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it could be anybody. It could have been an old Mexican lady or something. Who knows? But
odds are it's an old white person.
The odds are it's probably another white lady that got upset or something.
Hey, I'll cut my grass.
Did you see the white lady that called the cops on the little
girl selling
water?
little
girl selling water?
Really?
Yeah, this little girl was selling bottles of water for like $2 outside of her apartment complex or something in California or something like that. Yeah. But she calls the cops, and I guess the girl's aunt or mom is like videotaping this girl, and she's like, oh, she's on Facebook Live. She's calling the cops on my daughter for no reason, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, people lashed out at this lady online. Turns out she has a marijuana business of some sort where she sells edible marijuanas to marijuana shops. Okay. And like now, like marijuana shops are dropping her product.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, like, so she's fucking eating her own shit now for doing that.
Did she, like, dip down and try, like, to hide for a second?
Yeah, she dipped down.
Oh, my God. And then she got up, like, all proud. And I'm like, I saw that. It just disgusts me.
Yeah, I mean...
She doesn't have a permit to sell water here.
I could see if it was, like, baked goods.
Yes.
Because people can get sick from that.
Not water.
But not sealed bottled waters, you know. I mean, but I think one guy even, like, bought the whole package off of her or something. Who knows?
Right.
But it's just silly. So moving on, today, Glow comes out on Netflix.
Whoop whoop. Very exciting.
And for those of you that haven't seen Glow, it's about 1980s, early 90s wrestling.
Late 80s, very late 90s, I would say.
Yeah. But anyways, it's not exactly, it's some of it's fictionalized and some of it's kind of set to what happened. But Allison Brie plays in it, and your boy Mark Maron.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that premieres on Netflix. I'm really excited about it. Are you excited about it?
I'm very excited because I love season 1. Hilarious, especially if you even like wrestling. It's just a really fun. And it's actually based on true. Story,
Yeah, it's based on a true story, and you can actually watch the documentary about it on Netflix,
which is really good too. And it just gives you more appreciation.
Yeah, definitely does.
Even one of the wrestlers that was on Glow actually was in WWE, Ivory, and she was wrestler for years. So she was actually in Glow where she started. So I thought that was really intriguing, which I didn't know that. So
yeah, it's pretty cool. But they do a good job of portraying all the characters. Like, they're actually pretty close to what they were in real life.
Right.
Lisa's drinking her beer, staring at us.
What was it called? What she's drinking?
Hazy Jane.
All these different names. Can't just drink regular beer.
My throat is drying up, man.
Yeah, I know. So gonna have Pepsi.
And I delayed this a day.
Right.
To push it back, and I still don't have my whole voice.
It's a lot better than what it was, though.
Yeah.
It's a lot better.
I didn't have a voice come Monday.
Right.
It was awful. For those of you like listening in, I had a summer cold, and I'm getting ready to cough again, but it is what it is. So we did the kid getting called on Glow. Yada yada yada. LeBron free agency. Where's he going?
It's a tough decision. I mean, kind of 50-50. I feel it depends on the free agency if what the Cavs do and who they can acquire. If they can acquire somebody who's going to help him or get some good deal, I think he'll re-sign. But if they don't transition and try to get someone deep to help them get over that hump, I think they're just going to go to the Lakers.
I think they're toast. I mean, I think he might go back to the Cavs, but I think they're toast.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to be going through for them. So he opted out, which is a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he would have left, he would have done a sign and trade, but they can still do a sign and trade.
Right.
So a lot of people said Lakers in the pre-show podcast.
Almost everybody said Lakers.
Yeah, almost everybody did.
Yeah.
But Lisa, you think he's going to go to the Lakers?
No.
No?
Okay, Lisa thinks he's staying or going somewhere else. Or?
I think he might do Philadelphia.
He's thinking Philadelphia.
No, he's going to the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to go.
I think a part of me wants to say Cavs.
Right.
But I just have this feeling that it's Lakers. Jesus.
Goddamn. But yeah, it's just, we'll have to see if they're able, like, nobody wants to come play Cleveland. Even with LeBron, they can't get nobody to come play there.
No, they can't. And there's been like tons of veterans that say they would go play for the league minimum in
Right.
LA.
Right.
Okay, so we had to like pause because my throat was drying out. I'm still not 100% here, but
Sounded better.
we got another visitor, Chelsea, our little silky terriers down here now. But anyways, what I was saying was a lot of veterans are saying they're going to take the league minimum to go play in LA if LeBron goes. So that's very attractive to LeBron.
I mean, especially if you're going to have veterans and plus role players and actually the best people around him.
If LeBron goes, Paul George is definitely going.
Yeah.
But if LeBron doesn't, Paul George, I think he'll stay in Oklahoma City.
I don't see him going to LA by himself.
No, he wants to go with a bunch of people.
Right. And I think that'd be a good fit.
Because Paul George is a sucker.
Yeah.
He really sucks, and he's not a number one.
No. Yeah,
he's a number two. He's a Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, so I mean, it'd be like LeBron and Paul George, so 1 and 2.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think it's better than LeBron and Kevin Love. Just saying.
Well, if it depends on what Kevin Love you get. If you get the hesitant Kevin Love,
Shitty Kevin Love is the same as regular Paul
true.
George.
But when I tell you what, when Kevin Love's on point, like the old school Kevin Love, like Timberwolves, I mean,
Kevin Love had a great year. He played.
did.
He's like one of the only ones that played his ass off in the finals.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from LeBron.
Yeah, even the role players that like Rodney Hood did really good, even for one game, 15.
Yeah,
points.
well,
but
he sucked in that last game.
true, but I think you just utilize him. I mean, he's best in the pick and roll, but still, I mean, and then who else was really good? Did good. Jeff Green showed up a couple of games.
Jeff Green was really good.
Yeah.
I like if LeBron stays, I would hope Jeff Green would stay.
And he don't make that much, does he?
No, a couple million.
Yeah, I would keep him just because of that, simply.
Yeah.
So
They need to get rid of Kyle Korver though.
I love Kyle Korver, but he's just older. He can't keep up. He's an athletic. I mean, people are off the dribble and just cutting by him. He just can't do nothing for it.
Yeah, well, Kyle Korver doesn't show up in the big games either.
Yeah, and that's sad.
Yeah. And I like him. He's a great regular season player, but in the playoffs he sucks.
Yeah, it's just
Definitely sucked in the past two finals.
Did he even make a three? I don't think he made a three.
No, not in this year's
Yeah,
finals.
next year he made 0 threes.
It's a waste of money if you ask me.
Yeah, it is. And you got to take the decision if you're going to take J.R. Smith and keep J.R. Smith.
Well, nobody wants JR's contract, so they'll have to find somebody to dump him off.
I just feel they signed
That, and they have to get rid of George Hill. George Hill's making $20 million, but
He ain't worth
only
$20
next year only $1 million is guaranteed.
He's not worth $20 million. And I just feel like they sign these guys these big contracts who don't do nothing. Like Tristan Thompson ain't worth the money he makes. Hill ain't worth the money he makes. It's just crazy.
Well, teams have to sign 90% of the cap.
Okay.
So that's why these players that suck get paid. Because they have to sign 90% of the cap. They can't just not spend. It's a league rule to keep the league competitive.
Okay.
So, I mean, they're right there just shows you. So, it is what it is, you know.
Right. See, like I didn't know about this, so it's really interesting knowing how that works.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm sure there's some chicken Alfredo involved in it.
With some Sprite.
And Sprite.
Catch a loop. Yeah. I get it. It's all the same. Handcuffs, yeah.
But, so we think LeBron is going to go to the Lakers?
On 50-50, like I said, if they can get someone.
I say Cavs. You say?
Also, you know what? I'm going to say Lakers.
Lisa says the Sixers. So, but that's all we have. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening, and make sure you tune in next time.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for listening to the Sleazy Podcast. I just want to take the time to let you know that this episode was brought to you by ShopNerdKO.com. That's ShopNerdKO.com. That's the official sponsor of the Sleazy Podcast. So make sure you go, if you enjoyed the episode, take the time to look around and maybe make a purchase and support the overall process of this podcast. But thanks so much again for listening.